Welcome back to a frigid, cold existence in Frostpunk 2. Hope we're having a great day today. We're going to be satisfying some promises, advancing a quest, and dealing with whiteout. Our first major whiteout of this chapter, of this new London experience here. We got a couple of different things to look for on the map. But before we do that, we're going to take a look really quick at some of our materials here. Now, 250,000 is a pretty good stockpile. I don't think that's really needing expansion, but the goods, I think the goods does need expansion. That's almost full. So we're going to do two things with goods actually right away. We don't need a 66 surplus. So I'm going to take this district here that's outputting 39. I'm going to switch it to prefabs instead, just to, dwindle that surplus down just a little bit. It doesn't need to happen. We can get more prefabs this way. And then we're going to go in and I'm going to get a goods stockpile, and we're going to put that goods stockpile. I want to just reduce the workforce requirements is basically what I'm looking to do. So that pretty much takes care of that right there. Yeah, we'll put one right there. That'll satisfy that. And then I think that's probably good. But just because another goods or another food stockpile, I think is a good idea. Just because. So let's see about. No, I want to get the effects from it. Oh, here we go. Right there. Right there will work. I want to get another one right over there. Okay. Now, with the remaining heat stamps, we're going to have to kind of look at heat stamps income today, too. I would like to do some things that are going to increase our heat stamps income, because I think right now we're starting to get to the point where we're expanding just a little slow. Now, we have 7 more weeks left in the council, but there's a whole research tree that I haven't even touched yet, and that's hubs. I haven't needed it, but it could be interesting. Things like rail hub, for example, increasing efficiency of everything, right? Industrial, extraction, everything. And yeah, it has more heat demand and more materials demand, which I think we can handle, but with the whiteout impending, probably not the best time to add to our heat demands, right? And this brings me to just a little tiny side monologue I want to do, which is that some of you have been fairly aggressive in this suggestion, but watch that. Backseating is okay to an extent, but you can cross a line, and my line is probably a little bit lower, I think, than some other creators' lines when it comes to like what I find acceptable in terms of crossing the line. Okay, a lot of you have expressed, even all as far back as video 4, that I should be building up, not out. Use buildings instead of more districts. My response to this is you have to have buildings to do that. And I have lots of space. What I don't have, at least up until this point, is a wide variety of building options for my districts. Okay, so like my extraction buildings, cool. Blasting coal mine. Well, this is going to raise squalor a lot. I've been trying to limit that. And in so doing, I don't really have much of an uprising problem. I don't really have much of a crime problem anymore. Yes, I could build other buildings to combat squalor. Sure, but that's kind of defeating the point of like doing it more quote unquote efficiently. Right? The effects from buildings are objectively more efficient than additional districts, but they take a considerable amount of resources at certain points, but they almost always have a trade-off. Districts don't have trade-offs. Not usually, anyway. If I was to go to like a new industrial district, doesn't raise disease, doesn't raise squalor, doesn't add to my crime problem, doesn't satisfy, doesn't make any specific faction upset. None of that, right? It gives me things, and I have tons of space. But if I wanted to add, for example, a pressurized coal liquefactor, cool. It's going to give me 80 output. I have 300 workforce, 300 workforce, 200 heat stamps. It costs me a core, right? That is way expensive compared to adding another oil district if it's available, right? So there's, and then add squalor on top of that, right? There are certain situations where a building is better. There are a lot of situations where just adding a district is a fine option. And I've been doing a very good job, I think, and objectively the game would agree with me, of controlling disease, controlling squalor, and making everybody just a little bit stable, right? And part of that is because I'm building out, not up. Because once you build up and you do it enough to where you have a squalor problem and you start having lots of disease problems, then you just have to build more things to combat that. There's different ways to do the problem. Your way is fine for you. You can play it that way. My way is also working very fine for me, as you can see. So I'm good with it. Thanks, though. All right. So that out of the way, I am going to take a look at the tech tree, because there's, like I said, hubs. Haven't touched it yet. And I'm interested in certain things. The air transport hub, I was looking at this earlier, towering docking station for the transport of workers, drastically reducing commute times. Workforce requirement in neighboring districts is decreased. If I place this between a bunch of districts, I could get more workers back, right? That would be great if I could just get more workers back. This only costs me 50 workers, but if it can give me more than 50 workers, that's fantastic. What it cost me, though, is the single building. It cost me 50 materials and 40 heat. That's more than a housing district. that's more than like a lot of things, right? This is pretty expensive. So if there's a situation where that's like, yes, we want that, then I can go get it. Emergency medical hub, kind of the same thing. Disease in neighboring housing districts is decreased. Cool. Cost me 100 workers, 20 heat, 25 demand. If I didn't already do a sick job, pun intended, I guess, of reducing disease in the first place, I would have to build these to offset that problem. Now I don't have to build them because I took care of it already. It's fine. There's no problem here, right? That might change though, now that we have buildings accessible, leading to my final bit here. We have buildings accessible now. So things like the salvaging factory is already built in many of these districts. I have already been doing that. We have the bio waste things, which also has a trade-off, right? That has that negative trade-offs, but I have those already and I have lots of food. And I don't even need them. I can turn these districts off. In fact, one of these districts is off right now. So it's not that big of a deal. I would like to kind of get districts moving out this way so that we could maybe get some of the heat benefits from here to here and then here to here. But there are also ways, I think, to transmit heat, like little heat hubs and stuff. I think there's ways to make that happen. So we'll have to take a look at that too. Anyway, salvaging factory. To fulfill my promise, we're going to put it right there. And then with the next heat stamp cost that I'm going to have here, because the whiteout is coming, I would really like to get the pressurized coal liquefactor going, which of course increase squalor, right? We're going to have disease go up for this one and squalor go up for this one. So I don't know whether or not that's going to matter. We'll see. Let me click this button and see what this guy is. Jacob Simmons, 19, scout. Reflecting while taking a break. I just wanted an adventure. A fresh start away from this stinking pit. But then the crew started putting tubes in their veins and replacing perfectly fine arms with ones that never freeze. I mean, I didn't want to freeze either, did I? They didn't tell me about the pain. I feel it, making a fist. But there's nothing there. I'll never freeze, but I'll never sleep again either. I just wanted an adventure. The evolvers continue their experiments to adapt people to the frost. We have the technology. All right, good. All right, we have goods availability, so we can now continue to, create them and continue to that surplus and stockpiling them. Yeah, definitely. I think there was one housing district that wasn't expanded yet. I thought there was. No. Yeah, this one right here. That's what it is. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just go out like that. That's fine. All right, cool. Frostlanders' demands met. Here we go. Trust rises. So for research, we've got City Tab. And there's just efficiency bonuses. It just flat out gives you an efficiency bonus in 10 weeks, which seems pretty good. And that takes us down, these two paths here, which is cool. Maintenance duty is pretty cool too. Just have materials demand significantly decreased. That's good. Failing to provide them will cause squalor to increase. We don't have that problem right now. And then there's unproductive due maintenance. So we get materials demand slightly decreasing with this, but we get a production efficiency increase as well. Not sure which one would be better. If we have a huge surplus of materials anyway, which we are surplus with all materials, so you might as well take the production efficiency, right? I think so. We can do unproductive due maintenance there. And then the other one I was looking at is the housing block. Now again, if I don't have the buildings to build, then I can't build them, right? But like I said earlier and admitted earlier, like buildings in districts can be more advantageous. And that is where you get things like the subsidized housing blocks, where you get 20 shelter for 20 heat demand. It costs you 1 heat stamp income. 1. That's not a big deal. Dense housing block. You get even more shelter than you do heat demand. And all of these ideas take 50 workforce instead of the 200 that a housing block takes, right? So you get less housing from it. And objectively, if you were to use a housing block, just flat out housing block, there's not really that much big of a benefit. In fact, I would argue that housing block, if you're going to do this one, you might as well just do a whole new district, because you only get 10 shelter, and a normal expanded housing block, you get like 40. But so you'd have to have 200 workers to get the 40 income, but then you're at 80 heat demand. So that's like, if you compound all of these, it's kind of worse. But if you're using one of these other ones, that's not bad. 20 shelter for 20 heat's pretty good. 50 workers to get 20 shelter is fantastic. Like, those types of things is fine. So I think to start things off, production efficiency slightly increasing. Let's do this one. We're just gonna hit this one really quick, and see about what kind of benefits that can give us right now. If our heat stamps go up, I would like to start liquefaction. You can see that we have a negative to our oil. And if I zoom out really quick over to, where is it? Right over here. It's the old dreadnought. Oh, hang on. What's this? Where are you? Nomads encampment. A group of nomads have set up a temporary camp here after finding out people in the old dreadnought. Ah, okay. These are the guys that want us to pay them oil. A surprise attack will send the vermin running for the hills. Nomads will scatter. That might piss them off. Can I just, like, let these guys sit here? They're not doing anything, right? If we don't want to wait for them to come collect promised oil, we could send a stockpile from New London. Alternatively, we could force them out with guards. If I don't do anything, I wonder what happens. I don't want to, like, get really aggressive and send guards after them. If they're just going to camp right there, there's no harm to me. And I've got guards in here to satisfy this, defend our oil. So 25 weeks. When they come to me, I have the guards. So whatever. I feel like if I drive them out aggressively... Oh, is this the... Oh, I think this is the whiteout. I think it's coming from that direction, isn't it? Man, it's getting close. Look at this. Yeah. It's getting close. Okay, so we need to work on liquefaction pretty quickly here then. I'm going to let that go. But in the old dreadnought, we have a pretty good surplus here. And we're going to be full very soon on this. I'm curious if I can maybe get some storage over here on this side too. Will you let me get hubs over here? Fuel stockpile. Yeah, I just need the workforce and I don't have it here and I don't really want to send it here. I kind of like the way this is going already. Yeah, we have the hydraulic pump jack. I could get more pump jacking, I suppose, if I send more workforce here. How much spare workforce do I have in New London, I wonder? Send people. So if I go and do this, it's 400, 5, 700, 830. This gives me 2 more pump jacks possible over there. I'll relocate 800 something people over to the old dreadnought. I think that's probably good. And then we have some other ones over here too, don't we? Yeah, right here. So we have the hot springs right here. Mushroom cave. Our scouts found a variety of mushroom growing within the different depths of this cave. Broken heat pipes run through the caverns. The scouts suspect that this place was an attempt by the hot springs populace to develop hardier food sources. We could take the mushrooms to add more variety to our hothouses, or we could repair this facility and share its benefits with the hot springs people. I like that. It's going to cost me 200 prefabs. That's nothing. Let's do that. Okay, cool. We have repaired the heating systems of the mushroom cave, and we share the harvest with people from the hot springs. An outpost here could increase our food supply by 260 until its deposit of 250,000 is depleted. That's not bad. I could then take the workers out of the food districts. And if I start getting, if I start having a food shortage, all I have to do is turn the districts on. I like that. I would rather use from remote sources before my own sources. So, yeah, send it to New London. That's fine. So set up an outpost there. And then what's this one? Bone traders. Some people from the hot springs have started a market for goods crafted from bone. Really? It appears that a herd of muskox froze in the valley. They have made use of every part of the frozen beasts to sustain themselves, including their bones. The traders are on the verge of starving. They will happily give us their goods for some food. Trade. So 5,000 food in exchange for 25,000 goods? Yes, please. That's amazing. Let's do that. I have lots of food. And that's gonna... Yeah, I'm up to Goods surplus. Hold on. That's not the right one. Right here. Here we go. Yeah. I'm up to this. So 25,000. I have enough to hold it now. Cool. Sweet. Talk of a protest. Of course. The Faith Keepers. Steward, relations with the Faith Keepers have become unbearingly tense. They see your current efforts as utter folly, and spit on the ground whenever you enter the council. If there wasn't a whiteout at our door, we would be out there with our fists held high, dragging the city to a halt until you finally start to see reason, they warn. We can ignore them for now, but we may consider placating them before the weather worsens. Faith Keepers warn that they will take action after the whiteout if you cannot keep their relations to at least neutral. So they want me to destroy a hydraulic pump jack or research punitive prisons. All I have to do is research it, right? You have 40 weeks to fulfill your promise. Research punitive prison. Now, can I even do that? I already researched the other one. Ignore them. Yeah, some people will never be happy no matter what we do. I mean, if I destroy this, I can just rebuild it. Right? I can just rebuild it after that. We should try to please all the city's communities. But I need that oil. I'm gonna try this. I don't know whether I'll be able to, and if I don't do the promise, that's a problem. But I'll need to see if it lets me do it because I already have one type of prison researched. Can you research multiple things? It doesn't look like you can in the research area. This one's a question mark for me. I know I'm able to do this one, so I'm gonna do this one. I know I can do it, so I'm gonna do it. And then let me take a look at the research here. So if I go to, it's probably city, I thought, right? Maybe it's society. Prisons, right here, yeah, prisons. Surveillance watchtower. See, another idea is already being researched. Right here, we already have this. Change community to see other potential answers to this question. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Maybe it would have been possible. I guess I probably didn't think I could do it because every time I check, I'm already researching something. That's probably why. All right, so laws here. We have city stuff. We have outsiders. All right, so I would like more workforce, but it's a little bit of a problem there. So allow productive outsiders. We will only let in outsiders who will contribute to the city's economy and turn away the unproductive. Percentage of, and of course this is evolvers, yeah. Percentage of active workers will slightly increase over time. Population growth is marginally increased. Heat stamps income per capita is marginally increased. I mean, I like this. I want more heat stamps. Population growth increasing is nice. There's no clear rules at the moment. So if I do this, I mean, this would allow the Faith Keepers to like me better. I could probably propose this. Let's propose this. Because the Faith Keepers will like me more for this. If I negotiate it, so Faith Keepers are for it. Evolvers are against it. We have two that are mostly hesitant. We'll go with the Frostlanders and say, hey man, I'd like you to vote this. And in exchange for voting this, we're going to get recast composites factory. Manufacturing facility where a mix of crude oil and old... I don't want to use oil for this. I don't need more materials and stuff. Like materials output is already fine. Food output is already fine. Goods output is already fine. I don't need any of these things. What about New Londoners? What do you want? Okay, that's not bad. If I can get my relationship to improve the New Londoners, actually, then I can have them. I can convince them to help reduce the fanaticism of the Faith Keepers. Let New Londoners choose the next law to be voted in council. I kind of like that. I will let them choose the next law. There we go. All right, now I can get them to vote for this. We'll get our population up. We will let the New Londoners be happier. There we go. New Londoners can be happier now. We're at neutral with these guys. We just need to get to neutral with these guys. Finally, the warmth of the generator. Yes. Okay, so how many workers do we have right now? 2,000 available workers. I need 200 heat stamps. Got it. All right. Now let's go to... right... what was I looking for? Right here. Pressurized cold liquefactor. Cost me 40 materials. I have that. and then I get 80 oil from this, which definitely helps with this problem. The cold is coming, so we're going to have to hit this even harder. And I can start digging into my coal supply. And this will cost me 100 coal, which is nothing right now for me. So let's do this. And I'll put it into... which district? This district. I'll put it in this district. This is the one... this is the one doing... this is doing goods right now. I think they will also start constructing other things then, right? Yes. So they also produce 80 oil. Excellent. And they're costing me 100 coal. Okay. Where's my sole source of coal right now coming in is from the coal mine settlement. It's a permanent 600. And I don't really need more stockpile on this. So I should look to add another one of those liquefactors. And that will definitely help a lot. So let's go over here, get another liquefactor here. Now I may have a health issue with this because I think that's got a health problem, right? No, squalor. So squalor might go up here considerably. So I might have to offset that with policies now because I'm using buildings that have those trade-offs. But the unproductive due maintenance. Yep. So we're good on the surplus of materials for now, but we only have 61,000 and I would really like to get more coming in. I think research-wise, let me really quick look at prisons. No, it's this one. Hang on, this one. I know I don't have any heat stamps, but would it let me do it anyway? I have to get the heat stamps in order for it to try it out. So let's see. All right, so we now have a positive income of oil. All right, the vote on unproductive due maintenance will be held. That's the thing that the New Londoners want, is the unproductive due maintenance. I'm just going to let it go to a vote. That's it. I don't need to convince anyone else to do anything. I'm just going to say, hey, guys, vote for it. That's my promise fulfilled. You voted for it. Yep. They want it. There you go. Unproductive due maintenance. Done. That's promoting merit. Yeah. Okay, so skeptical relations, not neutral, skeptical. Can we get you 345 heat stamps? I don't want to do that. In fact, maybe I can... I mean, you guys really like me, right? So maybe I can raise some funds from you. Or maybe from the Frostlanders instead of the Zealots. Let's not do it from there. I can raise 477 heat stamps here. Let me raise funds from these guys really quick. There we go. Lots of heat stamps there. They trust the steward will spend them wisely. Very good. Yeah, I'll spend them by giving it by giving it to the New Londoners. That's how I'll spend it. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to spend it by giving it to them. Refurbishing goods factory will also potentially raise disease, and it costs me 30 materials. So I need to have more materials income. This is giving me more goods. I need more materials. The hydraulic pump jack, I said I would destroy one. So I think I have to go and do that now. So let's come back over here. Nope, not right there, right here. Let's come in here. And we're going to look at one of our districts that have it. All right. So this is our... Stop it. Right here. Hydraulic heat pump jack. We can destroy this. We get our heat stamps and prefabs back. So let's do that. I destroyed it. That should satisfy the requirements. Good. Faith keepers can be happier. Right? That's good. And then we will just immediately build another one. I realize that's a small material cost, but it's fine. It's all fine. We'll do that now. Boom. There we go. So put that in there. And now we just built it over again. No big deal. Okay. Evolvers rallies expanded. Steward, empowered by your support, the Evolvers have extended their rallies to a new district. Their members can be seen on every corner. Blah 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 blah. Contribute heat stamps. I want more income. I think I'm good with population now. I want more income. All right. Let me go with hold settlement. There it is. I need to come down here. I want to add another building here if I can afford it. It doesn't let me do it. So yeah, we're going to build another one right here. Done. All right. So this is going to give us a huge, yeah, our oil income is insane over here. So let's also go over here to the old dreadnought. We're going to trade this oil over there. And then we're also going to shove even more oil from this side over there like this. Transfer. There we go. All right, back over to New London. And we now have 189 surplus on oil over here. Feels good, man. We got... Only have yourselves to blame. We have just a slight unfulfilled shelter requirement here. And in our idea tree, I just want to see it really quick. Okay, it will let me do this. So note to self, you can do more than one in here. They wanted me to research this idea. All I had to do was hit that button. It would cost me 100 heat stamps. I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe demolish and rebuild wasn't that big of a deal, you know? Like, I tore it down and immediately rebuilt it. What did it cost me? Like, a net negative of... what did I lose out of that? Maybe 60 prefabs in a place where I already have like 800 surplus or something. So it's not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather have the heat stamps, to be honest. What I need to do is get more materials now. We can use the filtration towers to help with squalor. Since I'm adding more things, I'm adding more buildings, we can use these buildings to reduce the squalor, which again, it's more workforce, more heat demand, etc. You have to build buildings to offset the negatives from other buildings, right? But this could be okay. Significantly decreased, it says, squalor. And maybe we do that. The other thing I thought about doing was here, the composites factories. And if we were to do, I think it was this one. It's a huge requirements, though. I didn't want to use oil, though. Yeah, I thought there was another one. Isn't there another one that gave me materials income? Maybe that was sawmills. Slightly decreased. Yeah, maybe it was this. Actually, because of the whiteout coming, I like this instead. Just getting the next generator upgrade gives us adaptive injectors, and it will allow the generator bonus, which increases the heat yield of the selected fuel type. So we're just gonna like say, hey, oil, and we get more heat output from our oil, that kind of thing. So I think I'll do that first, and then the council is gonna get back in session now. I should be able to propose a new law. I kind of want to try that guided voting again. We have guard enforcers. We could go back to here, I suppose. Additional guard squads, and then we just have martial law from there. Yeah. Let's see. Dutiful youth. We're unable to really do much here. We kind of need them to propose the laws, don't we? Because I can't propose them myself. So what if I went to the Faith Keepers? And I don't want to do that. What if I went to the New Londoners? Yeah. And I said, hey, how about you choose the next law, New Londoners? You could do that, right? I'll grant them that. Trust rises. So they get to do the next law. And because our position is favorable now, and now we're neutral here. That's good. But now we have this. What I can do is I can come over and say de-radicalize Faith Keepers. So the relations will go down here, but it will reduce their fervor. So now they don't like me very much, but they don't have the fervor. And so I could, at this point, maybe grant them some heat stamps to calm them down. There we go. So now they don't have the fervor, but I've calmed them down a little bit. It's not, it should be skeptical now. Yeah, it's not opposing, it's skeptical now. All right, good. So we're trying to play politics a little bit here, right? Kind of have to do it. Can I expand this? No. No permanent settlements here. Okay. Let's go to the mountains here. Materials potentially there. I like it. Cursed Valley. That sounds great. Possible findings. People. I like this one. Let's launch this one. And then we have only 3 teams left, so we can't really do much of anything now. Place is too barren to benefit us. I wish it would take it away. Can you just remove it from the map if it's too barren? You know, turn it into one of these instead. But, all right. Yeah, the whiteout is like right here. I think actually the old Dreadnought's kind of getting hit by this right now, isn't it? Sorta. Man, I wish I could rotate my camera and see it. I think the whiteout is here. Yeah, it's like right here. Okay, hang on. Okay, hold on. Whiteout is like basically on top of us now. So real quick, let's make absolutely sure we're good here. The heat, the cold is going to drop. It's not here yet. It's right here. The cold's going to drop to -60. And then the whiteout will bring it down to negative 100. So our heat demand is going to go through the roof. But like I said, we have a lot of coal in storage. We're ready to rock. So should we get another... Where is it? Not the pump. This one right here. Yeah. Should we get another one of these? Now tension will go up a little bit here too. Yeah. I think we should. I think I should put it right here. Put another one in this district here, and we'll then have even more oil coming in. And then when this research completes, we can optimize our generator with oil. I think that's pretty good. Indeed. Another housing district might work, or I don't have the research done for those extra housing, so I have to put another district in. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. That will give us, everybody has a place to live through the whiteout. Yep, everybody's going to have a place to live. Wow, there are lots of things for me to pay attention to right now. A broken vow. What? Steward, the Frostlanders are fears that the expedition support law is no longer in force. Okay. They wish to remind you of the vow you swore to enact this law. Keeping this vow earned you significant goodwill with their members. Breaking it now has pushed them towards hostility. How do you wish to respond? Promise to restore it. Yeah, expedition support. It's just an oversight, man. We'll take care of it. We'll get it. It's because the New Londoners did it, right? Evolver's fervor weakens. Steward, you have kept Evolvers in good terms for a long time. As your relations flourish, their leaders have gone out of their way to appease some agitated members of their faction. We wish to keep the current state of our city, said one of them. We do not need instigators among our ranks. Cool. So no one's radicalized. Love it. Come on over here. Oh my gosh. I love this though, man. Oh, well, I don't love this, but I love the way it looks. It's like it's right here, you know? Nomads surrender. Old Dreadnought. Steward, last night the nomads approached our oil colony in force. Fortunately, our guards spotted them and sounded the alarm. They quickly saw that they were outnumbered. We will never be content with what happened here, their leader said, but we cannot fight you. May you one day find yourselves in need, and may you meet a more generous people than we did. Aww. Wishing us well after this is like the biggest, you know, like that's the punch in the face. You can't be like, I hope you guys suffer. That's the normal response, right? That's why we can say, okay, well, you know, they're vengeful people. We can feel good about fighting against that. But when they say, may you live long and prosper, right? Then we're just like, shit, we're the bad guys. Like we have this feeling like, I'm actually the bad guy in this situation. They left one by one, silently disappearing into the Frostland. Okay, old Dreadnought's now safe. Cool. Nomads retreat. We had enough guards standing by. Nomads left without causing any bloodshed or stealing any oil. They have returned to the Frostland, where they will soon face the incoming whiteout. The colony foreman doubts they will be back. Yeah, I agree. I doubt they will be back as well. What's our worker count here? 283. Probably not enough to add another one, right? Yeah, I need to add a few more workers over here to get another oil pump check, but I really don't need the oil pump check, do I? All I need to do is send more oil to, well, I might have, that actually is a problem, because this plus 98 is not going to be plus 98 soon. Actually, I'm less worried about New London on this whiteout and more worried about the old Dreadnought. Yes, I think the old Dreadnought's going to be in trouble here. Let me send you some additional workforce. Yeah, let's go another 400, another 600 would do it. Let's relocate another 600 people over to the new Dreadnought, to the Dreadnought. Because we really desperately need it. So hopefully they'll go. If they don't go, it's a big old whoopsie. Can I... Do we have... Let me see. Do we have it here? A Skyway? Requires two... Oh, right. That requires 2 cores. Yeah. Not a big deal. We have the Skyway here. I think we could tell by the thickness of the path, right? So this is a Skyway, Skyway. I think all of these are Skyways, right? Yeah, this is a path. This is a Skyway. Then over here is a path. right here. We can access the spring. Yeah, allows the creation of an outpost to reduce disease. Let's do that. Unmet requirements. Oh. These hard people have given us access to the warm, healing waters of their settlement. However, they will be skeptical about becoming more closely tied to New London unless our society embraces adaptation to the Frostmoor. We haven't adapted enough for you? We're like we're modifying our bodies. What are you talking about? We need 10 Frostland teams, which I don't have that. I think that's why. And then 3,000 population, which I can't see that in this window. Okay, well, we'll work for it here. Yeah, 500 workforce. We need a core, Skyway connections. Okay, so we need some stuff here to actually get there. Okay, no outpost there yet. Well, are we ready for the frost? Huh? Is it gonna happen right now? It's saving. It's saving. It's saving. Oh boy. Vote on New Londoners' proposal scheduled. Mass produce goods in 2 weeks. I don't want that vote. I really don't want that vote. Mass produce, like, I like what I have. You are accepted. I want to change it. I need people to vote against this. Because I already have the other good. I already have the other one, and I like the other one more. Because this one raises tension. Can we... No! Oh, I hit the wrong button. Shit. Well... I hit... Okay, I'm happy. This I'm happy with. The other... I think I hit the wrong button because the other button wasn't available. I could not negotiate. I wanted to negotiate to get people to vote against it. Now that they voted against it, I feel good. I'm fine with that. Good. Because we already have the other one that's producing higher quality goods instead of mass producing goods, right? So I wanted that instead. Okay, did we get the workers over here? 835, good. I should be able to drop this before the whiteout. Where is it? Right. No. Nope, it's extraction. Yeah, right here. Pop that anywhere really, right? Just pop it in here anywhere. Yeah, right there. Put that there. And then I should be able to do one more if there's enough materials for it. Yep, there is right there. Okay, good. So now I think there's going to be a bit of a housing shortage over here now because of that, but I don't have the workforce remaining to build it. So I'll have to send more workers to do that. But this should provide us with a huge amount of oil right now. There we go. Plus 274 is great. And that should allow them to weather this temperature drop, I'm hoping. Now, I realize that they're pumping oil right now into a stockpile that's full. I get that. So to help with that problem in the very short term, we're just going to do this. Put a whole bunch more over here. Yep. And then we'll just let them accumulate it. So like there's nothing in storage, but then all of a sudden there is again, right? So we'll just keep doing that in the meantime so they're not wasting the resources. But yeah, that's it. The whiteout is freaking here, man. It's over top of New London right now. Oh boy. Big storm. What are we gonna do about it? So we have a surplus of everything at the moment, including heat. Let's see how that changes with the whiteout. And then we have 89, 90% done on this. We should be able to be more efficient with the fuel source in a bit here too. We've got nearly 100,000 oil, and then we still have 300,000 here. Whiteout ending Evolver's rallies. The storms forced them to take cover. This was a Steam achievement. I think reaching this is a Steam achievement, but I don't know precisely. I don't know precisely. Wow, this just feels really awful, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. I need to pass expedition support. I have 2 weeks to do that, and this is in recess for 1 more week in 3 days. I'm really cutting that close. I need to watch this like a hawk, or I'm gonna break my promise to my biggest faction. I don't want to do that. Wait, what was that? What was that? Something was proposed by somebody. I don't know. I need to keep my promise. So hold on. 1 day and 1 day. Come on. 0 days. Get off your asses, council. I don't want this to tick over. 0 weeks. Come on. Let me hit the button. There. Okay, I want this. Expedition support. Propose. We have overwhelming support. Vote for it now. I kept my promise.
The proposed
I had like 2...
has been approved.
Yeah, there we go. I had a very short amount of time to do it, but I kept my promise. Oh my God. This place is wicked. So you see our oil is just dipping fast, but it will last 22 weeks. Our oil is going to last. So we're good. Now, let me check on our other location, right? Oh, is this not in the whiteout? Oh, they're not undergoing the whiteout. It's just New London? Really? But the clouds were like right there. I guess it was moving this way past them. So the whiteout only hits the main city. That's interesting. Well, that's actually really cool then, because then that means we get to do this. First off, we send more because we can. And then secondly, we get to do this. Right? You can just do something like that. And so we send more resources to them. And yeah, that's okay. That's great. Okay, we have a 358 negative here, but we last for 34 weeks now on just that. So we're going to easily weather this storm, no problem. Spare housing, spare food, spare materials, barely. Because our intake on this is immune to the whiteout, right? We expanded those lines, so we get to keep going with it. Goods surplus is full. We probably should build another one, honestly. Do a goods stockpile. I would like to do it in a place where I get the benefits from it. That works for me. Also, can we do it anywhere else? How about materials stockpile? We don't need materials. We need fuel stockpile. Fuel. How about right over here? That works. Fuel hub there. Cool. How's our food? We're slamming food, man. This is awesome. All right. Food stockpile. Pop it. Where does it give me benefits? The best benefit is maybe here. Cool. Do it there. Okie dokie. And that's it. So now we should be able to go here. And can we pick a fuel? I don't know how this works. Adaptive pumps right here. Accepts. So this accepts oil, coal, and steam. Allows the generator to accept oil, coal, and steam as fuel. It's the research I just did. Emergency council session, youth volunteer duty. Oh yeah, we don't want trust to fall. No, I mean, we're good on everything. I just thought that research would let it. Maybe I didn't read it correctly. Which increases the heat yield of the selected fuel type. I figured that meant I could pick one and it would increase the yield on that, but maybe it's just doing it for all of them. And there's another generator upgrade that way. Okay, heat dispatcher. I don't think 400 workers is worth 20 heat. Food efficiency is not a big deal. Advanced pump jacks could be nice. Advanced fracturing is 220, but we get significant squalor and materials and tension and all that crap, so I don't want that. Both of these will increase squalor. Well, this is the same thing, that's why. All of these will increase squalor. So 180 oil output for an advanced pump jack. Over the current hydraulic pump jack, which gives us 80. Oh, that's a pretty substantial increase, isn't it? I like that. But we're good on heat. I don't need it in a moment. Maybe we focus our resources on things that we need more of. I think materials is something we definitely need more of. And like this, sawmills isn't really needed per se, but it takes us down paths that will help with that. So I'm thinking maybe we marginally increase tension. Untreated sawmill. I think we're just going to go with this. We could research this. And that tree takes us down one that I think I can find more acceptable. Now I need to get to neutral with these guys before the end of the whiteout, or they're going to start causing problems, is what they said, right? So maybe I'll give them some heat stamps. There we go. Improve their relations a little bit there. Gave them a little heat stamp action, and now they're at neutral. 13% of my population, but they're at neutral. And that means that they won't cause a bunch of problems after the whiteout, which is very nice. Let's see where we're at.
Evacuated outpost workers. Report for rescue duty at once.
Report for rescue duty. Ooh. No, we don't need it. We're good. Everybody's fine. Nobody's going to die. Everybody's fine. We have 2,200 prefabs. We have more prefabs than I know what to do with. There's just no reason. Yeah, it's fine. Now, these things are going to end in 11 weeks. This is bringing in materials right now, right? Wood, yeah. So we will have a material deficit after these extraction zones are done. And this one's turned off. Why is this one turned off? Why are you turned off? Turn on. What are we doing here? Crank that up. We have this. Bring that in. No, this is... What is this? This is... Oh, this is a prefab factory. What? I'm confused. How did that... Material demand. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Turn that off. I guess I misread you. I thought you were extracting materials. You're not. You're extracting prefabs and costing me materials. Interesting. Okay. Well, I certainly don't need you to exist then, right? I mean, I don't need it. So, goodbye. Yeah. Your existence is not welcome here. We don't need this. Do that. Okay. And then we'll have another district placed in here instead because it's better suited for us anyway. Okay, I'm not sure how. Time has gone on, and Faith Keepers are back to being skeptical. They're being greedy. I don't know what it is. Sacrilege. This is probably why. Steward, the Evolvers have seized the city's main temple and converted it into a hospital for whiteout victims. Every evening for 30 years, those fanatics have wasted valuable heat worshipping here, said one Evolver. Now we're using it to save lives. The Faith Keepers beg you to restore their temple. The city already has the means to care for its injured. The Evolvers are using this as an excuse to fulfill their blatant desire to eradicate our faith. I will restore the temple, yes. I will restore the temple. That's not cool, guys. It's not cool. Right, we're fine. If we were in a crisis mode, if it was like, oh my god, we have so many sick, we just have to do this, then yeah, I get it. It's fine. You know, that's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to prioritize that always. But we have no crisis at all right now, so you guys, yeah. Now they're favorable instead of devoted. Well, the whole city is going to switch to faith after this. You watch. They'll weather the storm because of this adaptation, but the adapters, the Evolvers will go too far. They'll screw it up and go too far. This is another expanded district. 40, yeah, untreated sawmill. We have that. Okay, so now I can go into my research really quick. Foundries. Let's see. Materials output. Disease increases. Advanced sawmills. 350 output. Disease slightly increases. It's a 600 workforce requirement, but I feel like we can probably handle that. Some coal output from this one. I like the advanced sawmills here. Ooh, 400 and 400. Me likey. Tension is marginally increased. I can do things to offset that, right? This is just such a great ratio. It's hard for me to pass this up, but it's 3 times the heat demand for it's only a single building, right? So 40 extra heat demand. But we get a lot more materials for 60 heat. Marginally increased though. I don't know if I like it. I mean, tension's pretty low right now anyway, isn't it? Can we afford it? A minority of the city wants this. Most of the city wants this. It's just a lot more workers to do this. I'm gonna get the mechanical one. I think it's worth the tension. That one's a really good trade. So I'm gonna let that happen. And then laws. Hey, you know, while we're under this really distressed situation, maybe you guys wanna... Oh, nobody wants me to do that. Never mind. Nobody's gonna support me on that. Yeah, nobody's gonna support me on that one either. I need this many, so I basically need to convince everyone who's hesitant to vote for it. Nah, it's not going to happen. Okay, is there anything else? This unproductive do maintenance thing. No maintenance duty. No, I like that already. Expedition support, we passed this already. We are accepting all outsiders at the moment, which I'm all right with. Work compensation. Labor organization. Okay, so these things need research to do them. Yeah, so I need like things like over here, work compensation right here. I need things like this to do that. Okay, maybe to help with this research speed just a little bit. And I haven't really cared about research speed up until now, but now I find myself waiting a little bit too long for it, I feel like. So maybe we'll put a research institute right here and just get that to go just a little bit faster. Okay, I'm fine with it. How we doing here? 11 more weeks of oil. Okay, I mean, the whiteout's almost over. It's gonna end any second now, and we're gonna be fine. We got through the entire whiteout with oil. We didn't even need to use our coal, which is insane. It's really, really good. I love that. Boom. Yep. Have no hunger during the whole duration of a whiteout in New London. It's an achievement. Cool. Yep. No hunger. We're good. We have a surplus of food like crazy, so we're fine. And in fact, I'm going to send some over to, let's see, what do we have here? Food is a little bit of a shortage over here, so we're just going to send some of our extra food over that way. That's fine. Yep, we're gonna send some more oil out to here because we can. And coal is absent over here because it's not needed. What do we have here? Goods are full on that side. Cool, we'll just send some over there. Materials are struggling here and here. Ooh, we have a material deficit now. Oh, because this is out. Yeah, this district just ran out of resources. That's why. Okay, evolvers. So they say whiteout's still a threat. Chapter 3. Ice turns to steam as the whiteout wanes, but the return of the whiteouts has sobered even the brashest among us. We cannot rely on just one city to survive, the evolvers argue. The whiteouts are still a danger. We must settle strong. Sheltered locations. We must settle strong, sheltered locations. And there's nothing stronger than a site with foundations of a generator in place, like Winterhome. A cursed place, but large enough to support a growing population. The roots of its generator still hold strong in the frozen earth. If New London falls to whiteouts, we all fall. We need to settle Winterhome as our second city. We must change our plans. So, are we getting into chapter 3 now, huh? Find the Winterhome ruins. Indeed. Return to Winterhome. Oh boy. That's exciting. Colonize Winterhome. Past the gorge, in the cursed city, lies the failed city of Winterhome. Our scouts have avoided the ruins for years. Yet, it's the only place we know of that can support our second city. We must reach Winterhome and chart the area around it. We should take the time to prepare resources and workforce. Returning Winterhome will pose significant challenges. Okay, well, we're going this way. We found this area here where the gorge and everything is. We still have this whiteout moving through here, so it's a little bit harsh to get in this area. But, yeah. Oh, weather station. We didn't do the connecting trails yet. We didn't do that yet. Yeah, we have to get cores and stuff too. So I have to find other locations for that. In the next video, that's what we're going to start with, Chapter 3. I think that's a good place to stop right at the turn of the chapter. But this is the gorge, and so I think it's past it, right? Plains, maybe it's... Oh, maybe this... Cursed Valley right here. So this is kind of the objective is right here. So we just need to get there. And can I explore this area at the moment because it's in the whiteout? So we just have to wait for the whiteout to get over and across that, and then we can go that way. In the meantime, though, I can send teams over to new places like this valley, for example. So I can send more teams out to places that we can go. So yeah, next video we'll go that way, and I'm very pleased with the results so far. We're in a good spot here. We got positives on every resource except materials. That is the next concern, is materials, because we don't have any more here. I need to get rid of this district because it's a waste of time now, a waste of resources now. And so that's my next thing too. Winterhome and materials. We don't have a whole lot. 30 weeks worth of materials. We got to work on that. All right. Take it easy, guys. Love your faces. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.